The International Construction Measurement Standards Coalition is a group of over 40 professional bodies which established itself at the International Monetary Fund in Washington, D.C. in 2015. The coalition is calling for professionals to support the collaboration and help them embed common standards at the heart of construction investment. While construction is a global industry, the way construction project costs are measured varies enormously around the world, and this hampers decision-making and creates barriers to investment. To tackle this problem, the ICMS Coalition is leading the creation of a universal system for measuring the cost of construction projects. This will allow comparisons to be made on a like-for-like basis between countries.
When I was working at High Speed 2, it became very apparent that as we were working trying to understand our costs, that it was very difficult to get consistency even within the company and also comparing out into Europe as well. So when I heard about the ICMS, I thought this is going to be really good because it will help clients and government bodies understand their cost base in a far better way.
This kind of initiative of ICMS could in some way help government to have some common approach about investment in transnational projects.
You have a lot of investors coming into Africa. They need to be confident with the cost so far as infrastructure, building, housing, etc. is concerned. We need clarity. We need transparency of the cost. We need to benchmark, and we also need to have value for money. And all these things are in the standards being written by the ICMS.
When the market do not have a standard or consistent method of cost reporting, you have a host of different information that you cannot compare like for like on an apple for apple basis. And it creates confusion, it creates uncertainty.
The Arcadis operates in over 40 countries and we have projects in over 70 countries. In Middle East alone, we operate in 5 different countries using different standards. So you would imagine that we convert a particular standard into something else and vice versa. And this is not efficient. This is causing business a problem. So using the ICMS as a universal standard approach will solve this problem.
We've seen a lot more cross-border transactions that are happening, international investment in major projects in different countries. We've seen Chinese and French investment in nuclear, for example.
And therefore it's important to have a standard like the ICMS to present a cost that is clear, that is concise, and that's easy to understand, and that is accurate enough for investors to make the decision.
The general recognition around the world that it is an important exercise, and it is everybody are looking forward to the works of the ICMS, so that we have a platform that we can base on, clarity, do away with uncertainty, whether you are users, whether you are a service provider. I think it's very important.
So it is important for everyone involved in a project to have a standard which is familiar with. So ICMS in that perspective is an excellent tool.
I think the benefits of a project like ICMS is that it helps understand the value for money question. If you can get good comparable cost data, and in fact if you can get comparable regional variance data, so you understand how different things are, things cost in different countries, that's very important to understand the investment decision that you're making.
It's a very straightforward way of capturing cost data. A lot of people do it already. All this does is make sure that everyone's doing it on the same basis. So there's a level playing field of data capture. And moving forward, as everyone moves into BIM, this is going to be a very powerful tool.